What's going on, everybody? Adam here with eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Hollywood Rack Sport Rider SE on our 2021 Toyota Forerunner. So this is going to be for those extremely heavy bikes, and it's going to be for your fat tire bikes. So we're going to have 80 pounds per bike, which is ridiculous when it comes to a bike rack. So if you're really struggling to find a rack that can hold your heavy bikes, you found it. It's also going to fit our fat tire bikes, so our cradles are going to be able to fit up to 5 inches in tire width, and they are going to be adjustable. So just by loosening these knobs, we can move these cradles up and down, and it's going to get up to 60 inches in wheelbase. So for those extra long bikes, you got it, but you can put them real close together for those kiddos bikes as well. If you do have a carbon fiber bike, I wouldn't necessarily say to use this one just because the frame hooks are going to touch the frame, so it's not necessarily the best rack for that, but it's great for all the others. One thing I like about this rack is the locking capabilities of our frame hooks. If you can see on this side, we do have a little locking core, and that is going to be on that little wheel, so as you can see, it's going to allow it to go up and down, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and take the bike off the rack. Always start with the cradle straps, just because they don't really hold the bike upright. And they do have a nice little pad on the end, so it's not going to scratch your wheels. So that's always nice. So I'm going to do this on both sides. And then, once I get that done, we're going to go ahead and put a hand on your bike so it doesn't fall into the vehicle, and lift it up. So we could do a couple things. If you wanted to, you can go ahead and take this pin out to lower the mast, if that works best for you. But sometimes some bikes aren't going to allow that to happen, but sometimes they do. So we're going to have to kind of go around here, grab the bike, and lift it off the rack. Just like that. Now we can go ahead and fold this down and replace our pin. It's nice that it has this little cable, just because you don't have to worry about losing it. So now with that like that, we'll go ahead and take some measurements. So with any hitch mounted accessory, we are going to add a little bit of length to the back. So from the bumper of our Forerunner to the very edge, it's going to be about 30.5 inches, but we can cut that down a little bit. If you're in a tight parking garage or something like that, you don't want someone to clip you. All we really have to do is we're going to take these little levers here, grab it, and rotate it up. And that's going to bring our distance to about 18.25 inches. So when it comes to the shank, this is going to require a 2-inch hitch receiver, and it's going to be a straight shank. So if you want to know your ground clearance, just measure from the inside bottom lip of your hitch receiver to the ground, and that's what it's going to be. So for the Forerunner, it's about 17.25 inches. And then from the center of the hitch pin hole to the outermost point, it's about 18 inches. So I don't think we'll have any issues bottoming out or anything like that. Nice thing about it is it does come with an anti-rattle system, which is this knob here. You basically put the pin and clip in, has a locking core on it, which is nice, and then that's going to secure it down to where it's one with the hitch, so you're not going to hear the rattling going down the road, and your bikes aren't going to feel the rattling when you're going down the road. So that's always awesome. But if you're really looking for a heavy duty bike rack, this is the one I would definitely recommend, just because it has almost everything you would want. Again, this was the Hollywood Rack's Sport Rider SE on our 2021 Toyota Forerunner.